My name is Rachel Turlop, and I'm thrilled to be doing chair yoga with you today. The designation of chair yoga is only being used because it is a seated position, and this can be in any type of chair. Your chair can be at work, it could be at home, it could be on wheels, or it could be a stationary couch. But the benefits of yoga are for everyone, wherever you are. So, if you want to join me seated in a chair, lovely. If you would like to do your own version in this and whatever you want to sit in, please feel free to join. So, we're going to start today by warming up our bodies. What this looks like in my body is planting my feet firmly on the ground. If that's accessible to you, marvelous. If you would like more energy today, I invite you to bring your palms up and bring them to the tops of your knees if that's accessible. If you need to calm yourself down, palms down to the top of your knees or maybe on your thighs. Let's begin by settling ourselves in. I'm a very color symbol image person, so I like to begin by imagining that there is a string that is connected from my belly button up through my spine and is coming out of the top of my head. That string is pulling me upwards towards the ceiling. So as I settle in, I make sure that my feet are flat on the ground. I make sure that my sit bones, my bum, is nice and settled into whatever chair I'm in. And then I begin to elongate the spine. As I breathe in, I visualize that string just pulling me upwards a little bit. And on my exhale, I like to round my shoulders up, back, and down. So I maintain that length in my spine, and I also roll those shoulder blades down my back. It makes me feel like I'm just a little bit taller. Inhaling in through your nose to extend, and exhaling, shoulders rolling down your back. So take a moment now, feel free to do this in your own breath. If you feel like your body needs a bit more support when you're extending and lengthening your spine, sometimes your back comes off the back of your chair. A quick recommendation I have is to include a pillow in your practice, putting that behind you for some support, or taking any type of blanket and rolling it up as such. Putting that behind your back might allow you to connect your back with the back of the chair. All right, once more. Inhaling in through our nose, elongating our spine, feeling our feet push into the ground or whatever they are pushing into for you. And exhaling, shoulders down the back. Take a moment to close or lower your gaze, whichever feels more comfortable for you. And I invite you to set an intention for today's breathing, for today's yoga, for today's experience. Maybe this is listening to your body. That could be noticing where you feel tension and strength and stretch. Maybe today you are simply focused on your breathing. Whatever your intention is, inhale it into your nose and out through your mouth. All right, let's begin today with a sun salutation. For a sun salutation, we inhale our arms up above our heads, if that's accessible for you. And we exhale, bending at the waist and bending our bodies forward. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Looks like hands coming to the tops of knees and straightening the back. Exhale again to release down into a ragdoll. Maybe your chin jumps towards your chest. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe you simply stop here, or maybe you are here. Wherever you are in your forward fold, this is a moment for you to release. On your next inhale, use your core and stabilize yourself by planting those feet into the ground to allow you to lift yourself back up to a vertical position. That's our half sun salutation. Let's try again. Inhale, arms up above head. Exhale, bend at the waist. Inhale, hands come to top of thighs, halfway lift. Back is straight, spine is aligned. Exhale, letting your body come to a ragdoll in a forward position. Inhale, back to seated position. Once more. Inhale, arms up above head. Exhale, hands come down to meet feet. Inhale, halfway lift, spine is straight. Exhale and release for ragdoll. Inhale, roll yourself back up into a seated position. Maybe next time you do that, you inhale and bring those arms up above your head to finish. Maybe you want to try that with me now. Inhaling, arms up above head. Exhaling, bending at the waist. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, back down into ragdoll. On this inhale, bring your arms back up above your head. And exhale, hands down into lap. Marvelous. So the next step today is engaging our legs. So one method I enjoy to help me get some blood flowing to my legs is using the prop of a blanket. So you can use a blanket, a strap, anything that would allow you to wrap around the front of your knee and pull upward and in towards you. So this stretch is meant to engage the top of the thigh and allow for some movement in those hip flexors. This is something that can be done if leg movement and arm movement is accessible at work, at home, casually in a restaurant, eventually wherever you need to stretch. With hands, it can be done with fingers interlocking around the front of the knee, inhaling to pull up and in, exhaling to release. It can be done by simply lifting the thigh. So inhaling to lift, engaging the tops of those thighs, flexing the foot, exhaling back down. And with props, maybe it's a blanket rolled up, or maybe it's a blanket that you pull right off your couch, but engaging the blanket by wrapping it around the front of the knee, inhaling to lift, exhale to release. So, taking a moment now in your own breath, in your own time, I invite you to start by flexing your feet. By flexing your feet, what you are beginning to do is you are beginning to engage the shins, the calves, and the quads, those tops of thighs. So starting by flexing your feet, inhale and send your right knee straight up towards the ceiling. And release. As you do that, notice what sit bones become engaged. Where do you feel it in your hips, your lower back, or your bum? Again, flexing your foot to inhale, lifting. Try your other foot, flexing your foot and inhaling. Do you notice any shift in your body weight? When I am moving this, I notice my body trying to compensate. I notice my hips trying to shift over to one side or the other because I want to get my knee higher. So the point that I would love to share is do what you need to do in your body to help your spine stay aligned. So the intention is to keep your hips straight. Imagine your hip bones facing forward like the lights of the cars. If I'm forcing this knee up what happens is that my hips and my pelvis start to shift this way. So taking a moment now, centering yourself in your chair, allowing your feet to be flat on the floor if it's accessible, your bum to be flat in that chair. You're welcome to bring hands to knees, props, wherever. And inhale, one knee up, straight towards the ceiling. And release. Try the other. Inhale and release. On that one, I was intentionally trying to keep the lights of my hips facing forward, as opposed to the first time I did it when I went and I shifted to the side. All right, we have gone through sun salutation, halfway, forward, and back up. And we've also gone through an introductory hip flexor way to engage our thighs. I hope that this was supportive for you today in your practice, wherever you are using it. Again, my name is Rachel Turlop, and I very much appreciate your time today. Thank you.